Mari Rai, so Mari Rai. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Eko suno mat bolo. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नानुध्यायान बहून शब्दान वाचो विज्ञापनम ही तत्. उपनिषद में आता है, बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद में, when we are studying without proper guidance, we end up into chaotic confusion. Such people become a problem to themselves, and therefore we should be clear exactly what should be that what we are seeking. So, and this can be understood only if we learn from our day-to-day experiences. See? Why I am telling you this? Because some people ask this type of questions. Do you think that what Buddhists are telling it is wrong? Do you think what the Jains are telling it is wrong? Do you think yoga should not be practiced? Do you think tapasya should not be done? Do you think those great Mahatmas who could, by the will, they can produce the gold or anything? Is it wrong? If you get lost in these kinds of discussions, arguments, you will end up into sufficient confusion. We cannot come out of it. See? Now, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is what? Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Not a yogi, Yogeshwara. He failed to teach Duryodhan, Dushasan, he failed. Exactly the same way. Unless we are ready to learn, unless we are capable to learn, even God cannot teach us. We have to learn. And the learning cannot be from outside. Learning is from our own experiences of life. Our experiences of life is our Sadguru. Don't push the Guru somewhere on the wall, hang him there, don't come down. No. We have to learn from every single experience. And therefore, what others are telling, whether this is right or wrong, we are not here to justify or to propagate Vedanta. Like we want to spread Krishna Bhakti throughout the world. Don't get lost in that. The one who created this world, he knows. Two principles Bhagavad Gita tells us. We are here for what purpose? Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. So here Atma means the mind. Our mind is our friend, our mind is our enemy. So make the mind as a friend and uddhared. Uddaret means Uttaret. Lift yourself from this chaotic life. See? But what about the world? There is so much of corruption. There are so many bad things happening in the world. Bhagwan says, Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. When there is a need, I will come. You don't worry. See? How important it is. And therefore, don't get lost. And as all of us who are in this hall, God's grace has showered for the good. There cannot be more than this. And what is the God's grace? Ishvara nugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. Now our mind cannot get lost into the world and this is to be improved. No, 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 no. We are not for that. Therefore, Sankhya, Karnad, Bauddha, Adi Jagat Bhedaha Yatha Tatha, whatever they may talk about, Yatha Tatha, don't get lost. Then, Utprekshate Aneka Yuktya, and they give lot of logic, cause and effect. And what is the truth? The truth is beyond cause and effect. See? Therefore, the basic principle is, I told you in two ways. I am repeating it shamelessly. At least we should catch it once in lifetime. See? One is Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti. Experience which does not involve operation of any known means of knowledge. Sense organs, mind and intellect. And Nirvishesha Satta, non-specific existence. If we can catch these two words, we have learned the direction, the GPS. Now walk on this. Does it mean we should give up everything and Bipan Babaji? No, no, don't take my market. Then, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. How? Karnataka. Don't get involved unnecessarily. No logic, no arguments. See, one principle I told, the best way to disagree with anybody is to agree immediately. Hanji. Without listening, say Hanji. Afterward, he also forgets, you also forget. The more you argue, the more deep it becomes the impression. Therefore, Utprekshante Aneka Yuktya. They try to prove. See, in the last life, this life, then they will be quoting one example from Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. There a story comes. There was a king, his name was what is his name? So, he ruled for 10,000 years and then he got bored. So, Rishabdev, then he left everything and he went to forest. And there he wanted to do tapasya. And therein he got involved unnecessarily with a baby deer. And then he got too much involved. But he was a good person. And therefore, when the baby deer became grown up, puberty, his own kind, he saw and went away. Now this tapasvi, he became frustrated. My dear baby, he could not even pluck a grass blade. How he will be eating? Wow, 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 wow. And he died with that thought, my dear, my dear, my dear. Next life he was born deer. And then because he has done sadhana, devotion, therefore he remembered everything in the deer life. Then one day the deer also died. Then he was again born as Jad Bharat. Now this is the story. Now what the story tells? There is one principle we have to learn, what we call Tatparya Nirnay, moral of the story. What is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is, we are never born, never we die. In the last life, I was there. Then that body was dropped. Then in this life, I am enjoying or suffering because of my good or bad karma. And because of this, here also I do good and bad karma. Then this body also drops. Then in the next life, again I will go through good and bad experiences. What we have understood? Are we born and died? Or we are a continuous unbroken existence? See, my friends, moral of the story is not to prove the birth and death. The moral of the story is, know for certain you are neither born nor you die. And then the karma siddhanta comes. See, do bad karma, you go to hell. Do good karma, you go to heaven. So how do we begin? First karma and then the karma phala, or first karma phala and then the karma? See, friends. So in short, karma and karma phala, they are mutually dependent. Anything which is mutually dependent is supported by the third factor, which is independent of the two. Simple rule. Instead of learning this, we get carried away. Last life this happened, this life this happened, and then he will be born there, and then he will. This is beautiful, wonderful, but this is not the truth. See, friends, therefore, all these philosophies, the Buddhas, the Jains, etc., let them say, we are not against anybody. Can you be against the mirage waters? Will you like to take a piece of the rainbow and make a necklace out of it? Will you like to change the color of the sky? It has been blue for so many years now, fed up of it. Let us change into green. No. Because we know for certain, although it appears it has no color, even after knowing, you will continue to see the sky is blue. Then all your efforts involved in this world will come to a halt. Will you become dumb? No. Then Karnataka. So whatever role we all have to play your role perfectly well. But don't get entangled in any role. See, friends, therefore, so many things will be told, this story, that story. Don't get carried away by that if you know the moral of the story. Avajñātam sadadvaitam nishankaihi anyavadivihi evam kakshati asmakam tadadvaitam avajanatam. Sad advaitam nishankaihi anyavadivihi avajñātam. This non-dual, absolute, conscious, blissful being that we are is rejected, not accepted by the other philosophies. Let them, who cares? See, never get carried away by all these things. Therefore, in our Sannyas Upanishad, one shloka, it is so important for us to practice. See, na prishtaha kasyachit bruyat, na cha anyayena cha pruchhataha, Janan apihi medhavi jadaval lokam acharet. Four principles. See? Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat. Don't go and start giving lecture to everybody. But when we have digested the food, it is assimilated and absorbed. But if the food is not digested, then it comes out as a ulti. So when the knowledge is not digested, then we start talking wisdom among the masses and try to prove holier than thou. See? Tell me why I am holding this. That gentleman is taking my photograph.
Sorry,
He has not come for listening. So, avajnatam sadadvaitam. Let them not accept, who cares? See, friends. Avajnatam sadadvaitam. Nishankahi anyavadivi. There are different ways. Like the Christians will have something, Muslims will have something, but these are the babies. Now we don't have to talk about that. The other philosophies, they are very ancient and they are so much rooted in that. Dvaita, Vishishta Advaita and all that. Once I was in a temple in South Africa, and then somebody with a colored clothes asked me, you believe in Advaita or Vishishta Advaita or Dvaita? What you believe in? I said, I believe in you. You are so sweet. You are so nice. Let's have a cup of coffee. Never get entangled in any argument. Janan api. Therefore, na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Remember this. Don't have to prove. And if somebody asks a question, we have to find out whether this question is born out of sincere jidnyasa, inquiry, or just like that. Many people ask the question just like that. In Vrindavan, I was enjoying my cup of tea. One gentleman came and said, Swamiji, you are sitting all alone here. I said, no, you are here. How am I alone? May I ask you a question? I said, no, I can't run away with the cup of tea. Ask. Then he asked me some question. Then I counter asked him, how many people you have asked this question? How do you know? I said, forget about it. I said, you have fallen in love with this question. He said, no, Swamiji, I tell you, you are sitting all alone. I thought, you may be getting bored and nobody is asking you any question. And therefore, just to keep you honored and respected, therefore I ask you this question. See, friends, na prushtaha kasachit bruyat, na cha anyaye, na cha pruchataha. See, friend, if the person asking question is born out of jidnyasa, a right answer will definitely come. See, friends. So, avajnatam sadadvaitam nishankahi anyavadivihi. Let others decide or talk anything. We are not here to protect anything. Protect yourself. See. Evam ka kshati asmakam. What do we lose by that? Suppose somebody tells, I don't believe in Bhagwan Ram. Don't believe. Over. What are we going to do? No, you have to believe. No, don't believe. Never mind. How simple life becomes. But we get lost in arguments, logic. And this is where we are drifted from our spiritual path. Evam ka kshati asmakam tad advaitam avajanatam. So those who are unable to comprehend this reality, they are like that, they are also created by God. Everything is necessary. Just I'll tell you a story. There was a boy and there was a girl. They saw each other and they dhadal fell down in love. And then the boy went to the girl's parents and the girl went to the boy's parents. We want to get married. And both the parents say, okay, get married. And the drama, cinema over. Will such a movie run? The boy has gone to the girl's place and the girl has gone to my place and we want to get married. So the boy's mother tells, if you marry that girl, you will have to walk across my dead body. And music. Tan, 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 tan. And then the boy says, Mama, if I have to cross your dead body and then get married, you are not going to die early. How long I am going to wait? मजा है ना? See friends, we require everything in life. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां, यही जीवन है. Where there is no fighting between husband and wife, it is not a marriage at all. Husband and wife are the legal fighting partners. See? And after fighting is over, हाँ, अब जरा रिलैक्स लग रहा है. टेंशन भर गया. Take life lightly in the light of wisdom. Then only we are studying scriptures. Otherwise, all the time Gambhirananda. No. Suppose somebody tells you, that day I told you, तुम गधे हो. Kick him. Because Gada kicks. See how simple it becomes. Why did you kick me? You called me Gada. I proved it. You are right. See, friends, द्वैतावज्ञा सुस्थिता चेत अद्वैते धी स्थिरा भवेत स्थैर्यै तस्या पुमानेशा जीवन मुक्त इतिर्यते. द्वैत अवज्ञा सुस्थिता चेत. If we do not take this relative world as really serious. Dvaita avajnaya. Don't take the duality, the relative world very seriously. Then, and advaite dhi sthira bhavet. Then we start abiding in the non-dual firmly in your day-to-day experiences. Husband, wife, dvaita. Man, woman, advaita. See? Who suffers? Husband, wife suffer. And man, woman, they don't suffer. It's very simple, it's not difficult. I have seen somewhere, I think it was in Sydney, now that boy is grown up. He told me this, Swamiji, don't tell mommy and daddy. I said, okay. That, you know what I do? Yes. When I want to get something from my father, I go and talk to him. Dad, you are so smart, you are so intelligent. Couldn't you find someone better as your wife? Mommy doesn't understand anything. How come? Beta, what can be done now? Done is done. Anyway, but why you came to me? Papa, I want iPhone. Okay, you'll get it. Kaam ho gaya. And thereafter, after a few days, then he wants some game. Then he goes to mommy. Because now Papa will not give. It's already over. Quota is over. Mommy, couldn't you find someone better? Why, what happened? I have seen other parents, other fathers, they are so smart and nice and and where from you got this character? Now that mother is so happy. Beta, you only understand my plight. Get the work done from her. The children make fool of fighting parents. Therefore, the rule is, in marriage, 1 + 1 = 1. On this, I was scolded by one couple. Swamiji, you have created problem in our life. You came for our marriage. From that time onward, I don't go to anybody's marriage. What did I do? You told us 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. We are fighting on that. Which one? And this is how the whole life is Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. Therefore, Dvaita Avajna. Don't take relative life seriously. Take it lightly. Dvaita Avajna Sustita Shet. And then we accept the things as they come. Thereafter, what will happen? Advaite Dhisthira Bhavet. Then you will be holding on to your own being. So, the simple thing is, there are two aspects in our spiritual life. One aspect is, don't take anything seriously. Second is, hold on to being, non-specific existence. First, non-specific existence is man or woman. Then, second, Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti, experience without involvement of our known means of knowledge. You discard even the Jiva Bhava. These are the two steps. Non-specific existence, you go beyond the body. Then, the Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti, you go beyond the Jiva. And what remains is you. Then, Sthairye Tasya, when these two things become firm, Tasya Sthairye Puman Eshaha, this seeker of truth, Jivan Mukta Itiriyate, he is already liberated while alive. What is the meaning of liberated while alive? He will never be miserable. So, what is the bottom line of Vedanta? You will never become miserable. Make the miseries miserable. Miseries are because we are interacting in a wrong way. Correct your interaction with the world, everything is fine. Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvana Mruchati. Now, this particular statement is from Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, last verse. There, Bhagavan Sri Krishna explains, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagrati Sayyami Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Mune. The awakened master is no more influenced by the relative world, and the sleeping giants are sleeping to the divinity, and they are suffering in this waking world. See, Pashyato Munehe, awakened master. Now, what is his condition? Apurjamana machala pratishtam samudramapam pravishanti yadvat tadvat sarve kama pravishanti yadvat sashanti mapnoti na kama kami. Shanti, peace is possible only if we live at zero desire level. Shanti na apnoti kama kami. Desires are not only for the money or for success or for health. Desires are also for respect. I went there, they didn't respect me. So I came back. See, friends, never any kind of desire, you can never be at peace. If I am great because you respect me, and if I am condemned because you condemn me, then I am a doll in your hand. I know what I am. Because somebody respects or disrespects, it doesn't make any difference. See? So, sa shanti mapnoti na kama kami. No desire. Desire means expectation. No desire, expectations of any kind from anything and any being. I'll tell you, our Swami Akhandanji Maharaj, in some writings I read, he said when he was young, he was among the Sadhu Mandali all the time. So in Naimisharanya, there was some big thing to be organized. All the Swamis and Shankaracharyas and Mahamandaleshwar, a big gathering. And he was given the job of arranging their seats. Now the problem is, who will sit on the left, who will sit on the right? What should be the height of his seat, what should be the height of his seat, other person's seat? He said, I was so frustrated. Then what I did, I made a round table. So on round table, left or right, no problem. See friends, after having taken to sannyas, if you still have that respect and disrespect, we are insulting the sannyas ashram. See friends, because what is sannyas? We are dead. In Viraja home, we have conducted our Shraddha, given the Pindadan. Therefore, never touch a sannyasi. If you touch, go and take bath. See? Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nayanam Prapya Vimuyati. Now, Sitvasyam Antakalepi. Now, what is the Antakal? Antakal is this. Relativity is discarded and absolute is asserted. This is the Antakal. No more living in the wrong notions. See, friends, no more. This world has always been like this thing. And once you take this stand, then Brahma Nirvana Mruchati. Thereafter, you will be playing the game of life, following the rules and regulations. Karnataka. See, my friends, all the problems of life can be sorted out by one word. Ram Leela or Krishna Leela. In Leela, everything appears to be happening, but in fact, nothing happens. You will see if you go to our Vrindavan, there is a Ras Leela going on. And many years before, when Ras Mandali, they perform a special Ras Leela for our group. So Krishna and Radha, very beautiful. So we did Namaskar, Chamatkar, Aarti to that Radha Krishna. And afterwards, I asked a person who did it. I said, hey, this Radha is so sweet. Can I kiss her? Swamiji is a boy. Then what he told was so different. He said, Swamiji, we select a giggling, laughing, cheerful boy for this. But the moment they take the form of the Radha, something happens. We don't know what happens. And thereafter, he becomes she and becomes so calm and quiet. And after the customary change, again the same thing comes back. So, Karnataka. So perfectly well. Therefore, in this world, if we have to live only this one possibility. World drama is going on and we are the characters in this. Vedanta will definitely help us if we have digested it. We will not take life very seriously. Then we will understand what in Yoga Vasishta, Vasishta ji told Bhagwan Ram. Be attentive. There it is said, we dream, and in our dream there are many good and bad things, people, good people, bad people, everything is there. We never dream the dream as a dream. During the dream it is real. And when the dream is over, out of sleep we are, dream is over, have we ever thought about where all those characters must have gone? No. Dharma, adharma, papa, punya, last life, this life, next life, nothing, gone. If this is understood, we are all in the dream of Brahmaji. When Brahmaji will wake up from his sleep, he will not bother about us. वो सत्संग कर रहा था, कहाँ गया होगा? Over. So this whole world is what? Dream in the dream, in the dream, in the dream. Nothing is real in this world. See? We know our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, where they have gone, how many times the thought comes in our mind. Even not a single thought comes. Maximum 1, 2, 3 generations. That's it. Beyond that, we have never even inquired who was the 7th generation man. See, friends, this is the truth of life. Therefore, what is the Brahmi Sthiti Antakal? Antakal is that. Stitva Syam Antakalepi. So Antakal means we no more take the relative life of duality seriously, and thereafter we play the game of life. And when we play the game of life, we have to follow the common rules. If you want to drive the car, you have to follow the traffic rules of that country. But if you go to USA and say, I am from India, I will drive from the left side, then you go to India, don't drive here. Here, these are the rules, you have to follow that. In the same manner, in God's creation, these are the rules. Thode gam hai, thodi khushiyan. Follow. Don't take life too seriously. See, friends, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Bhumiyati, and once only you have to click of it. Only once. Stitva Syam Antakalepi, then Brahma Nirvana Mushyati. Thereafter, be attentive. Thereafter, life discovers fulfillment. Bhagavad Gita again. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakrutyaschya bharat. Hey Arjun, having experienced this absolute reality, you attain fulfillment in life. And what is fulfillment? Jo thari raha hai, so mari raha hai. There cannot be a better Maha Mantra than this. See, friends, if you leave yourself in his care, you will be never a failure. What is a failure? You desire something, you don't get that thing, it is a failure. But if your desires are matching with his desires, you can never be failure. Failure is we are going contrary to the God's will. See, friends, and who is a God? God is the director of this mega drama. What is whose dialogue? What kind of action he should do? He decides. We are only actors. But instead of remaining as actors, we become reactors and suffer in life. See? So, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuyati Sitva Syam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvana Murchati. Now here the teacher says, Sadadvaite nrute Sadadvaite anrute dvaite yadanyonya vikshanam tasyanta kalaha tadbheda buddhireva na cha itaraha. Therefore, Sadvaite Sad Advaite Anrute Dvaite. Then the reality is the Sat and the Dvaita is not the real. And in this manner, Anyonyam Aikavikshanam. Therefore, these wrong notions are once for all gone. Tasya antakalaha. And therefore, this misunderstanding born out of these wrong notions, they will disappear once for all. That is the meaning of the Titvasyam antakalepi Brahma Nirvana Mruchati. Meaning what? If I am in front of my father, I behave like a son. In front of wife, I behave like a husband. In front of son, behave like a father. After this drama is over, I am with myself. Listen to music and enjoy. Suddenly from there, Mahakali comes. Kya ho raha hai? I was just thinking about it. Over. I was just thinking about you. How nice you are. You take care of me so much. Now you can see, I am just sitting here. You came. He will not say you disturb me, but you care of me. बेवकूफ बनाओ और मौज में रहो. Don't become serious in life. On small little things we get upset. And you will see this is so important to know. We are always miserable, not for something great. We are miserable over silly things. This morning, I didn't get tea in the morning in the bedroom. Bathroom mein lo fir. Bedroom. Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to become miserable. Today also, Ma did not talk to me. That was the cause of misery. And our cause of misery, Chiley Willy, third class. And the great Mahatmas, they are never miserable. If you follow only this much spiritual practice, don't justify you are miserable. Satya hai. So, Sat Advaite and Anrute Dvaite. The Sat is the reality and the Dvaita is only appearance. Anyonya Aikya Vikshanam. Then we can understand clearly where we are. If we are disturbed because of anything or anybody, we are influenced by the Dvaita. If we don't get disturbed by anything, we are at peace with ourselves. We have gone beyond Dvaita and Advaita. For this, we told you the technique. Number one, stop talking to yourself. Number two, listen to silence. Friends, how many times I must have told this? Work on it. I cannot work for you. Spend. Wherever you are sitting, doesn't matter. I'll tell you when to start it. I have given a name to this is my special yoga. I call this as commode yoga. When you land on the commode, till the job is done, you are not going to talk to yourself. And there is nobody to talk with. See? Give it a try. And listen to silence. Meaning, no sound should disturb us. When this is consciously worked out, one day it will click that our being is non-specific and our experience is trans means of knowledge. J. Krishnamurti used to call this as objectless awareness. In his statement, objects are still hanging there, objectless. We even don't bother for that. See? Therefore, tasya antakalaha tad bheda buddhi evacha na itaraha. So we have to clearly, distinctly recognize whether we are abiding in the absolute or getting carried away by the relative. यद्वांतकाल प्राणस्य वियोगस्तु प्रसिद्धितः तस्मिन् कालेपि न भ्रान्तेः गतायाः पुनरागमः. Or the common meaning what the people take. This is the technical meaning we told you. The common meaning what the people say when Bhagavan said sthitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana mruchati. So even this happens at the time of death, you are liberated. Meaning what? Be attentive. Meaning this experience happens only once in lifetime. And thereafter, it is never denied. Any experience which can be repeated is a trick of the mind. Sometimes I feel, I am realized, and then I feel, pata nahi wo realization kahan gaya. Don't put it in words. Relax. See? So, yasyantakalah pranasya yogastu prasiddhitaha. So normally what we understand antakal means that the body is dry, mar ke gaya, dead and gone. The body fell dead and the jiva gone. So it is said here, yadva antakalaha pranasya yogastu prasiddhitaha, what is commonly known, the meaning of death is this, tasmin kale api, even that last moment also, bhrantehe gatayaha na punaragamaha. If that moment, there is no doubt left, you merge in the absolute. Therefore, in the 8th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, see, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. Whatever is the last thought, that is the blueprint that we give to God. Baba, I want this. And he sees that blueprint, acha, gada, go to gada. See, friends, in short, thoughts need objectivity. Objectivity means duality. Duality means samsara. Freedom from thoughts doesn't mean absence of thoughts. Freedom from the influence of thoughts. Like the vision has freedom from the influence of all colors and forms. Mind has freedom from all kinds of thoughts, good or bad thoughts. We have complete freedom, whether waking or dream or deep sleep or samadhi. Let them come and go, who cares? When waking comes, nothing is added to me. When dream comes, nothing is liquidated. When deep sleep comes, nothing is lost. This eternal Chidakasha, the solid space that we are, we don't have to do anything. And therefore, real spiritual practice is a process of undoing. It is not doing this or that. And such a great master who is abiding in this nirogaha upavishto va rugno va viluthan bhuvi murchito va tajattesha pranan bharantirna sarvatha. Such a great master, where he drops the body makes no difference. Nirogaha, he is healthy. Upavishtaha, he was sitting. Rugnaha, he was unhealthy. Vilutant, he just collapsed down on the earth. Murchito, he was in the coma. Tejatu esha pranan. Whatever way the body is discarded, na bhranti sarvatha. He has no doubt about his own being, which is non-specific existence. Space doesn't come and go. We can ask a question. Where is earth? Where is water? Where is fire? Where is air? We cannot ask a question. Where is the space? That example which I give you, work on it. Suitcase example. We have stuffed the things. We have got still more things to do. Could add, but there is no space. Now you can't add space from outside. Then you have to empty. When you empty the contents of your suitcase, space is already there. Therefore, Bhaya Pragata Krupala, Bhagavan doesn't come. See, in the same manner, Bhagavan doesn't come from anywhere. Where he is not. Then our heart is packed with Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Mai, Tu, Mai. Remove that garbage, he will manifest. And manifestation of the divine is cheer, bliss, happiness, forgiveness, forgetting, and taking life lightly in the light of wisdom. That is the expression of the divine. See, friends. Nirogaha upavishto va, ruguno va, vilutan bhuvi, murchato va tajatesha, pranan bhrantirna sarvadha. Therefore, such great master, don't worry about, suppose I go there, if I die. I'll tell you one simple secret. There's only one karma which we do and others suffer. Only one karma. You know what is that? Our death. Suppose I die now here, right now I die. You will have problem. Vitthal will have problem. अब क्या करूं? पुलिस को बुलाऊं क्या? डॉक्टर को बुलाऊं? And I'll be relaxed. Is your problem. Create problem for others and leave this world. You cannot be punished. See, friends, life becomes so beautiful, and therefore, such great masters, dine dinene sapna suptyoho adite vismrute pi ayam paredyuhu nadhati tasyar tad vidya na nashyati. Whatever we have learned, like operating our phone, or we have learned about cooking, and then we go to sleep, and when we again wake up, we have not forgotten, we still remember that. In the same manner, this experience of our being is not corrupted. You may go through all other experiences of your life. Do you know why it is not corrupted? Because this experience is not through the agency of mind. You will never forget it. Because this experience is not gathered through the mind, through the thoughts. The two examples which we have given, one is when you learn swimming, we learn swimming only once in lifetime. Thereafter, you don't swim for 10 years and yet jump into the water, you will never sink. Because swimming can never be forgotten. Because we don't learn swimming by mind, by intellect, by concept. No, it is an experience, trans means of knowledge. Same is true, riding a bicycle. See? Once you learn how to balance on the bicycle, you will never forget. Because we are not operating through the mind. Exactly the same way. Once you know this truth, and this is knowing without becoming a knower. See? Being without becoming anybody. And therefore, The real spiritual practice is undoing and unbecoming. But instead of that, we become. The moment we become, expectations start. Suppose I become a Swami, then I will have expectations. That see, when I come, they don't have and then there is no Purna Kumbha, and there are no garlands. Because I am a Swami, I am bound to be frustrated in life. But when I come over here to address my own mind, not to you, me, my friends, you are just an excuse. मना सज्जना भक्ति पंथे जिजावे तरी श्री हरि पाविजे तो स्वभावे. Satsanga is not addressing the audience. Satsanga is addressing your own mind. If my words don't influence me, will they influence others? Why people don't listen to us? Because our words are hollow, no contents in that. Therefore, दिने दिने स्वप्न सुप्त्योः अधीते विस्मृते अपि अयम परे द्युः न अधीतस्यात्. So when whatever simple things we learn and study, next day we don't forget about it. Exactly, this knowledge can never be forgotten. Tadvad vidya na nashyati. And therefore, pramanotpadita vidya pramanam prabalam vina na nashyati na vedantat prabalam manamikshate. That knowledge which is born out of the right means of knowledge can never be negated, and the highest means of knowledge is na nashati vedantat pramanam pramalam na ikshate. There is no ultimate authority to know the truth other than the Vedanta Shastra. See, my friends, therefore, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. Our Babulnath temple announces, if you come for the satsang, there will be a mega dinner for all the people. There will not be enough space, even that Chowpati ground. Do you think people will come for satsang? See, Vedanta tells you very clearly, you are not going to get anything. Are you ready for this bargain? If you have this notion, if I come to the satsang, what will I get? You get nothing. Not only that, you lose everything. Those who are ready to digest with this kind of bargain, they are qualified to study Vedanta Shastra. Na nashyati na vedantat prabalam aprabalam manamikshate. And thus, we conclude this chapter. Tasmad Vedanta Samsiddhim Sadadvaitam na badhyate Antakale Pyato Bhuta Viveka Nimruti Sthita. Tasmad, therefore, once we are very firmly established with this understanding that the absolute non-dual reality that we are, it is never denied. Even if we come to discover at the last moment, and I told you, don't wait for the death. Last moment means this moment is the last moment of our life. Okay, from tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow never comes. Remember our Maha Mantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. We have no choice but to live 100% now and here. There is no choice. But instead of this, we either migrate in the past, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो भी गए भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. Or else we are unnecessarily worrying about the future. I don't know what will happen. What has happened till date? Nothing happened. Nothing is going to happen afterwards. Even we die, nothing is going to be lost in this world. But ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. देखो महाराज, therefore अंतकाले अपि भूत विवेका निवृत्ति स्थिता. Therefore, recognize, the conclusion is, the world is an appearance. And we are on the stage of the world as different characters. Play your role and get out of these wrong notions and celebrate life. Life is not to be calibrated. What did I get? Think about how much I can give trouble to others. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ